us. It's not about us. Like, we did it. We had our opportunity, and we're now adults. How we choose to live as adults, well, that's a choice that we make, but we're trying to make the best choices so that they have a better life. So it's about them. When I see somebody making the efforts to make life for them better, well, then we're on the same page.
Mm-hmm. We have the same vision.
We have the same vision.
Yeah.
It's not about us at this point. It's not about us as a generation at this point. It's about us trying our best to do things, to create change, to move ground, shift the gears so that they have a much better opportunity than what we did.
Yeah.
That's the world of the baton being passed correctly. And if you understand that and you have that mindset, you approach your day-to-day differently. And I do have that mindset, and it's one thing that I'm very thankful for. And through the things that should be problems or were supposed to be problems, I've never held on to them long enough. And by the way, just bringing it back full circle, that's a monster. That grudge monster, that's a monster. I'm gonna get you back. Wait, you just watch. I'm gonna hold on to that, and I'm gonna prove to you, or I'm gonna show you, or I'm not talking to nobody over here. That's a monster. So you can fuel that monster, or that monster doesn't have to have an existence in me.
It's really, really interesting hearing that perspective again, because, you know, one of my favorite lessons that I've learned is that often the thing that's holding you back is something you're holding on to.
Yes.
One of my favorite lessons, the idea that something that's holding you back is you're holding on to it. So whether it's a grudge, like you're saying, the grudge monster, or a feeling or an emotion or an idea that you're not allowing it to let go when it no longer serves you. And being able to walk away from that requires real strength and courage. But one of the things that you said about you and your partner, your ex-wife, that I think is really powerful is that when it's just about us, whoever that may be, you're either looking at each other or you're looking past each other. And what you just said is now we're looking in the same direction when it's the kids. And so that switch, if you think about any relationship in our life, when we think it's just about us, when it's not about anyone else, you're always going to be against each other. But as soon as there's a higher purpose, or there's a commitment, or there's a value that supersedes that.
An understanding.
An understanding, yeah.
An understanding that comes with the world of communication and great dialogue. I can, in having this conversation, I can point to so many examples of how it's so hard to see the good if you're only seeing the bad. Like, there's so many people that struggle with what their version of success is because they're looking at someone else's. There's so many people that struggle with their world of relationship because they're judging theirs based off of someone else's, right? And when you're constantly in the space of not realizing or noticing your world, your reality, because you're living in what appears to be someone else's, well, your shit is never gonna be right.